Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Day-Glo Buffalo. This is Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Director's Cut. When we last left off, we were finally back at Seraph headquarters after gallivanting all around the globe. And yeah, we had to be flown in from across the street because there's a riot going on outside. Now, if I remember correctly, before we go up to see the boss, there was a door down here that has a level 5 lock on it. So let's try and hack it. I have no idea what we'll find behind it, but it should at least be good for a few XP points. And let's see, we could go around here and then here. Yeah, that looks like a better strategy. Whoops. Even though there's one level 5 hack here. And we already got found out. This is not looking good. Oh, that's now level 7. We could have used a nuke virus, but oh well. Let's try it again. This time we know that if we get found out right away, towards the end we might want to use a nuke virus. Or actually we could have used one here. Oh, but this time we didn't get found out. Come on. And let's nuke this one.
Access granted.
Nice, 500 bucks. And okay. Sniper rifle ammo, combat rifle, tranquilizer darts. Yeah, we could use some of those. What is this? Ammunition count. We can't use that. First round. Nope. Well, at least we saw what was in here. We got a few XP points for exploring and for hacking. And we got some money, so it's not bad. So actually we can go through here. Hello guys.
Don't worry, boss. Things are under control.
Okay, good to know. Oh, this is where we went. Or I think that's where we found all the neuropazine. You're guarding a door that is locked and I can't go through. So let's see. More guys.
Was it true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them? What do they think stopping us from going home and throwing a bunch of rocks?
Let's take a look around here. Ooh. Activist Isaiah Sandoval arrested. Detroit police have arrested Humanity Front activist Dr. Isaiah Sandoval on charges of terrorism. Sandoval stands accused of aiding in the bloody attack on Seraph Industries 6 months ago. He was found hiding in the Detroit sewer system in an attempt to elude police. The arrest was made after Humanity Front founder Bill Taggart accused his protege of terrorism following his speech at the Mullins Convention Center. Taggart's revelation was shocking to many, as Sandoval has risen to prominence in the anti-augmentation scene by publicly advocating nonviolent solutions to the debate. Police press liaison Drew Lansing praised Mr. Taggart for his help. We need more citizens to act like Mr. Taggart did. Without him, Sandoval might still be on the loose. Of course, we're not even mentioned in this. Nation warned to prepare for state of emergency. Thomas Shea, executive director of FEMA, today warned the nation to be ready for emergency measures to be enacted in response to the sharp spike in domestic terrorism. He went so far as to suggest that martial law could be established if the matter is not resolved soon. Okay, so we found a paper. What I was actually looking for is for some good nutritious alcohol. Sorry, did I jump on your head?
All report violent clashes taking
And I'm sure that Bender would agree with us, but unfortunately, excuse me, there seems to be no alcohol here, which makes me terribly sad because, well, we're still at 171. We could use... Dude?
Christ. What's with this super soldier BS? I know we've done some work for the DoD, but come on.
Oh, wait a second. Are these guys all, like, defending the doors from the riot outside? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, a couple of couches is gonna stop a mob of people, but... Well, there's some tires on fire. But one thing I did see is here, the front desk is not occupied. Let's see, that's the paper we already saw. And the computer's unlocked. So let's snoop into other people's business. So, don't be pissed at me, Di. All I meant was that maybe, just maybe, they made a mistake. It happens all the time to those crime scene shows, and we never actually saw the DNA results. Don't you want to hold on to hope, even if it's just a dream? She was a friend, after all. No, I don't want to, Cindy, because it hurts too much. Next thing you'll be telling me to listen to that pirate DJ you like so much. Now do us both a favor and drop it. Huh. Interesting. Not sure who they're talking about, but I know who the DJ is because we've heard him plenty running around in the levels, but let's see. Cindy Martinez. Keep an eye out. Cindy, don't be shocked to see Adam Jensen walking in tonight. I know he's not due back for several weeks yet, but the situation at the plant is such that we really need him. David assures me he's ready, and I trust David. But you should be aware that, at least physically, Adam is not quite the man you knew. Be sensitive. I know you have a hard time masking your emotions, but try not to let him see how different he looks. Inside, he's still the same person. Remember that. A theme. Okay, so our return was announced to her. Network security. Did we already see this? As you know, terrorism is on the rise around the city. We in the AT department are working day and night to keep this company safe from outside attack. But you are making a job harder every time you fail to follow the most basic of networking security rules. Which is why I must now remind you to lock your computer screen the moment you step away from it, like Cindy didn't do. Change your password every 6 weeks in keeping with network protocols. That actually usually is required by the network. That with a certain cadence, it won't let you in unless you change your password. Never write down your password or give it to anyone else unless he has systems administration authority. Surf the internet only when you're in the safety and comfort of your own home. Simple rules, people. Let's try to follow them, Frank Pritchard. Which reminds me, can we maybe get into Pritchard's office? Oh. We found the line that if we step over here, then the crowd noise triggers. If we come over here, it goes away. Anyway, let's take a quick look into Pritchard's office. I remember Malik saying that he's not in. Can we maybe hack his computer? Yes, we can. It's level 5, but hey. Okay, we can't get to the diagnostic subroutine. And, well, we have to go both sides on this. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Access denied.
Damn it. I wasn't paying attention. I was so concentrated on this upper node that I forgot to hack the lower node. So let's see. We want this, and this. Okay. Now we should be good.
Access granted.
And we're in with a nuke virus. Alright. As surprised as I am to admit this, Jensen's security measures actually did work that evening. That environmental warning we all heard go off, it was a backup sale face that he insisted I insert into the alarm coding. I'm still working on finding out how the primary alerts got suppressed, but until I have an answer, I believe it necessary to revamp some important passwords. I've taken the liberty of suggesting a few ideas. Here they are. D-Serif, Frenetic Pony. I still don't get that. A Margulis Gossip Girl, F. Malik Bombardier, D. Mitchell Lawboy, C. Martini's Lollipop. Oh, come on. W. Rossellini. And I read that at Worsellini. Anyway, Rossellini Quintus, me, Nuclear Snake. P.S. I'm sure I don't have to remind you to delete this after you've read it, do I? Thanks for telling me, Frank. It's good to know. As for the passwords, be sure to let the affected parties know. And Frank didn't delete the response, so he's still got all of this on his computer. Okay, series pitch 3091. Mr. Pritchard, thank you for submitting your show concept and script treatment to Picus TV. We have duly reviewed your submission and regret to inform you that there is currently no interest in developing a program of such a nature. In fact, Mr. Pritchard, as this is your fifth, remarkably similar, show proposal in 12 months, it behooves me to be honest with you re your prospects with Picus TV. It is very difficult for us to imagine how a 13-episode traumatic series built around the nightly coding exploits of Nuclear Snake, hacker extraordinaire, would appeal to our target demographic. Our viewers are looking for action, mystery, and suspense. They want a hero who's not afraid to get physical, rather than one who skulks in the shadows and ducks for cover behind intellicams. But that's what we do too. To be honest, the main character seems to us somewhat underhanded and obsequious. A very popular character type is the policeman who would hooray propaganda. Or even better, the ex-cop who still upholds the law. This is the type of protagonist people can warm up to and cheer for. You should give this idea serious consideration. Sincerely, Cecilia Pat, editor, Picus TV. Okay, so he is trying to reinvent himself as a TV writer. We should probably check our office too, in case there are any new emails, and then we can head up to David's office. So we don't want to turn off any security features, and we did lock our computer, but since it's only a level 3, we should be able to hack it fairly easily.
Access granted.
And we got 500 XP for it. So confidential, I've befriended Greenview Labs. This is the stuff that we also got. Yeah. This is the stuff that we got, that David forwarded to us, that we got from the private investigator guy. Jerry Marr. Office theft. Jensen. As if riots weren't bad enough, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors about stuff being stolen out of people's offices. What happened to the family vibe Mr. Serif keeps saying exists in here? This is a corporation. There is no family vibe. You ask me, Heather Stitchner is behind it. She came up behind me as I was punching in my door code, and I swear she watched me do it. And 0123, that's the code an idiot would have on his luggage, is not that hard to remember. Said she was there to see if I wanted to talk about these riots. Right. You gotta check into her, man. Well, if you've got the security code 0123, I don't want to help you. And besides, I have a feeling that the guy who was stealing from the offices was me. Because I'm pretty sure we picked up some money around these offices. We didn't hack into too many of them, but... Anyway. Moving on. Let's forget that ever happened. And it also didn't trigger a side quest, so really. It would be just flavor text.
Seraph?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientist yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, we had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
Indeed. So, we're going back to Hengsha. And I spy here another terminal that we can access. I hope this guy won't care. Let's see. Let's see what Gossip Girl is up to. Oh, why is it stopped? That's weird.
Access granted.
Oh well. Maybe... Did I hit space by accident and triggered... Anyway, it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of stop worms, and we got $500 and another stop worm, so if nothing else, we broke even. Alright. Mr. Serif's gift. Miss Margulies. Of course, I appreciate Mr. Serif's support, which is why I will do my best to explain to my patient exactly what this generous gift entails. But that is as far as I will go. From now on, whatever augmentations he decides to acquire will be his choice and his alone. The patient and not the employer will be the one to decide whether a half-tested prototype augmentation should be included with all the others or not. We already saw this. We saw the other side, I think. And I think it's referring to us. That we got a bunch of extra stuff installed into us by decision of the corporation, not ours. So let's see. Heather Stitchner. Athene. As requested, here's the weekly project report from the Temp Labs. You can let David know we're really trying, but there's only so much we can do to push people. Necessity knows no law except to conquer. Really only sounds good on paper. Heather. Blah, blah. Completed and off to manufacturing. Research team reassigned to Project Basilisk. 2 weeks behind schedule. May need to go back to DoD for extension with more funds. Postponed to third quarter 2028. Thank goodness O'Neill had other priorities. Progress looks good, but it's about to get held up in viability testing. Since it's internally driven, can we push it to the next quarter? Past phase 1 inspections. Yeah. Need to re-examine contract and timeline before determining next steps. Heather. David's meeting with the board next week to go over our financials. I need the weekly project reports before then. Athene. De Beers, do not put that man through to me again, Athene. I don't care how much money he has or how influential his company is. I want nothing to do with him or the organization he represents. I've kept this company afloat and free of their influence peddling. I've kept this company afloat and free of their influence peddling for years. I'm not about to start listening to them now. Did we... Maybe... Was it Taeyong that was trying... that De Beers works for? Because they were trying to take us over. So anyway, we're heading back to Hangsha. So we have to meet Malik back on the helipad, and we're on the wrong floor. Thought there was something that I wanted to mention, but I forgot. Anyway, well, there's probably a few things I should say now. First of all, let's take a look at our inventory. Yes, this is good. And then I want these here, and the bars here. Okay. So, as soon as we hit Hangsha, there's going to be a mini boss fight. Basically, the plane is going to be shot down, and we're going to be attacked by several bell tower people. And we have to take them all out, thereby saving Malik. And we have to do so without killing them, of course, because this is a pacifist run. Now, the fight in itself is not that difficult. The problem is that a military bot is going to be dropped in, and we have to EMP it. Only that after EMPing it, it will explode and might kill soldiers that are unconscious nearby, so we have to make enough room for that. And that can be kind of difficult. So what I'm going to do basically is like the last boss fight, I will just record it, edit it together, because there's probably going to be a few failed attempts. I'll edit it together and comment on it in post. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do it. So, all right. Let's talk to Malik and get going.
Boss said we're heading back to Hangsha?
Pritchard tracks Shevchenko's GPL signal. If he's alive, there's a chance the rest of them are too.
That's a pretty big leap, Jensen.
We've been making big leaps for a while now.
Whatever you say. You ready to get going?
We are ready indeed.
No time like the present. Let's get going.
Then hop in. Bad news, Spy Boy.
Spy Boy?
Hangsha Traffic Control just revoked our clearance. We're being rerouted to another part of the city.
I don't like that. I suppose you can't just ignore them.
Yeah, right. Chinese government. I've got to comply. Bravo Echo Echo 008, proceeding to designated coordinates. What the hell? We've got a sandlock on our tail. Jensen, all systems are down. Hang on,
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage. Gonna need to patch it up before I can go.
I'll stay and cover you.
Negative. You need to get away from here and find Dr. Shevchenko. I'll be fine.
Don't be a sitting duck.
Maybe, maybe not. But this is your best chance to slip by them unnoticed, and you know it. So get out of here, Jensen.
Okay, well, that was our first attempt. I didn't want to talk over the dialogue. But, so basically, this is the fight. We have to take out all these soldiers, but the most important part are 2 heavy gunners, and of course, the bot that will get dropped in a few seconds. Now, here is the first heavy gunner. Then we move around over here, and there's the second heavy gunner. Now, the problem is that the first heavy gunner passes out in pretty much exactly the spot where the bot comes down, so we have to get him out of there before we can blow up the bot. Now, we heard the bot come down in the background. There it is. So we have to grab this guy and move him away and then throw an EMP grenade. Here we go. Now, the bot's going to go haywire and then explode. And actually, I think this is a successful run. Now we have to take the guys out over here on this side, on this building, on this side, and then there's a building on the other side that also has a couple of guys in it. But, well, that guy that we just saw, we didn't take him out. He was already dead. And the problem is that he's dead, not passed out, dead, not unconscious. So that invalidates this run. So here I'm trying to take out this guy. Takes a while for him to pass out. And then basically I've got 2 snipers left. One on the left and one here on the right. I just shot at that guy without using the scope, which wasn't a very good idea. So we have one last guy left. Luckily, in the end, there's only people with lower powered weapons left. So we've got a little more time. So, as I said, that was successful, except for this guy that was dead. After finishing the mission, the battle, I have to go around and check that everybody's actually only unconscious and not dead. So here we go again. We can't quick save during the fight, so we have to start the whole thing over again. So again, heavy gunner number 1. Heavy gunner number 2, which of course we miss. But he stopped firing. That was very nice of him. And this guy. And here comes the bot. Only that this time, the bot unfolds facing us and kills us on the spot. Alright, next.
Malik, we've got company.
I know, but the bird took some damage.
And so begins the same fight all over again.
You need to get away from here and find Dr.
It's like a very violent Groundhog Day. So, yeah, luckily I hit him. So this guy takes down quite a bit of our health. Luckily, we take him out before he can kill us definitively. So, blow up the bot that fortunately this time is facing away from us. And here's one guy. And this is the first time that guy turns around on me and starts firing at me. Usually he concentrates on the plane. But again, 4 health, so we were very lucky there. Alright, so this guy... With the tranq rifle, it's always difficult to tell whether you missed or whether you just... Because it takes a little while for the tranquilizer darts to take effect. Except with a headshot, then it works right away, but when things are hectic like this, it's always kind of difficult to go for the headshot. So, as I said, I pumped a couple into him because I wasn't sure whether I'd actually hit him and just had to wait, or whether I missed. And here, this guy I missed, of course. Standing right behind him. And then, the mission's not over. I realized that the sniper across the way... Well, I missed the guy, so... Switch back to the tranq rifle, and... I tried to go for the headshot, but... apparently didn't work. So go for it again. And this time it worked. Good night.
Jensen, the bird's fixed and I'm taking off. Now get on with the damned mission. And thanks, Spy Boy.
Spy Boy and Fly Girl. Now, that sounds like the name of a comic book. Anyway, so then I speeded this up because there's really no point in watching all this. I basically go through all the soldiers just to make sure that they're unconscious and not dead, and of course steal all their money because of course I did. So just need to check out the guys up here. Last one. All right, and we're done. Mission passed, or boss fight passed, better. All right, so that was the Hengsha construction site ambush, and seems like everything went reasonably well. Took me a few tries, so I don't know how long the edit is gonna be, because I'm probably leaving a few of the failed attempts. Yeah, we probably can't get through unless there is a switch somewhere. Maybe here? No. So, let's grab the elevator. Wow, this is the slowest elevator ever.
Jensen, I've been monitoring comm activity around Hengsha. Bell Tower's looking for you. Hard.
I know. They ambushed us, Pritchard. Forced us to make an emergency landing. Malik barely got away in time.
But they're supposed to be...
The good guys?
Just give them a wide berth, Jensen. If they recognize you, they'll shoot.
All right, so we gotta avoid the bell tower people all around Hengsha. So, well, I don't know how long the edit's gonna be, but I'm pretty sure we're already well over time, so I'll end this video here. I'll thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below. Subscribe to stay up to date, and I will see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.